Buenos dias, buenos dias. And yes, today is actually my last show, my last episode here, at least for the next week, for the next 8 days, which, yes, sounds very, very little, but in crypto years, in crypto time, that's an eternity. I'm probably going to restart my career when I get back after that week, but I really need a week of crypto detox. So my game plan is actually to not look at prices at all, not be logged in, no crypto Twitter, no nothing, no groups, no calls. Just take 1 week off crypto, recharge. I'm going to go on a vacation for 1 week to Croatia. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, just giving you a heads up why you will not see content popping up in the next week. However, I have one video that is coming up on Sunday, which is an interview with Charles, an in-person interview here at the Cito HQ in Dubai, Shisha Cito, where we talk a lot about DYDX, their stance on Cosmos these days. I also saw one comment under one of the videos basically saying that DYDX moving away from Ethereum to Cosmos was a bad decision. But if you watch the interview, we'll actually hear firsthand from the CEO of the DYDX Foundation that this was actually the right move, and they couldn't be happier and they couldn't be more excited and better positioned. But before I sign off, I want to direct you to a couple of places. And I want you also to bookmark these websites because they are very, very important if you are an active cosmonaut or if you are learning about the Cosmos ecosystem. Number one, we have airdrops.one, the best place if you want to stay on top of the things all around airdrops in the Cosmos ecosystem. You can see this is also updated in real time. For example, Monday Network, we talked about it also yesterday with information about who is eligible, what was the snapshot date, what's the airdrop size, and yeah, more info around the token and how much is giving out to the dime stakers in that case, and so on and so forth. So this is really a good place to stay on top of the things. Also to conduct your own research from here. For example, if you want to learn more about Ravel's network, you can just get to their website here or their Twitter profile. Next, I also want you to bookmark mintscan.io, the Interchain Explorer, which is where you can find all information and on-chain stats and numbers, inflation, and so on and so forth, also prices from 60 mainnets, from 60 Cosmos layer 1s or Cosmos zones. In fact, there's a lot more, there's over 90, and you can also see that here on map of zones where you have a lot more stats around IBC volumes. So those two pages are basically if you want to get an overview and an insight of how vast the Cosmos ecosystem actually is, or the Interchain. And yeah, you see chains like FetchAI, which is actually currently the largest chain by market cap, 5.5 billion almost, versus the Cosmos Hub Atom 3.3 billion. You see all the staking APRs and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is the place if you want to stay on top of the things for all price behaviors and just get a full overview of the Cosmos ecosystem. And a map of zones, you can do more research on all the volumes, daily active users, weekly active users, when it comes to IBC users, most active channels and volumes and all these things. I think just spending some time next week to get a feeling for some numbers, which chain actually has, active volumes and is growing also in volumes and has active channels and all these kind of things. I think this is also important to keep an eye on, right? And this also puts things into context, things into perspective. So I think that's also a good place to watch out for, right? And you see there's 1 million active users in Cosmos per week and over 2 million, nearly over 2.3 per month, right? So Cosmos is very much alive. $1 billion in monthly IBC volume on these 91 Cosmos chains that are being measured here, that are being tracked. We also have many big ones coming up, like Babylon, for example, that just announced a $70 million fundraiser yesterday. I already covered that in the video from yesterday. We also have Bear Chain. Obviously, this is going to be one of the largest launches in crypto overall this year. So I think Bear and Babylon are at least high up there in the top 5, I would say, alongside Eigenlayer, alongside Monad. And there's probably going to be one that we don't have on our radar yet. And then obviously, next week, I'm also going to take the week off to also just process a lot of the things, a lot of the achievements over the years, right? I basically built 3 teams, 3 companies or organizations. One of them is Cosmoverse, which is now going into its 4th edition already, later this year in October. And we're very excited. This is going to be the biggest and best Cosmoverse yet. We already have a lot of strong partners onboarded and also here from the region, from the UAE. We have all these different tracks this year, so the vibe is going to be different. It's going to be a more custom experience. For example, if you're interested in AI only, or you're interested in AI, let's say more than DeFi, for example, there's a way for you to maximize your exposure and your knowledge and your network for the AI teams and projects that are working in the Cosmos ecosystem and beyond, in our Cosmoverse AI track, for example, right? Then we have a tokenization track. We also have a very, very strong track lead that we're going to announce next week while I'm on vacation. And yeah, this is going to be also a very, very bullish track, I think, because tokenization RWAs is also going to be one of the biggest narratives this year. Then we also have a Bitcoin track, which is not yet listed here, but this is also going to be one of the major tracks, and yeah, a lot more. But yeah, this is basically all around that. And we also have Hackmas, our hackathon. So if you're a developer or want to get into the Cosmos ecosystem and build, then you can also join us at Hackmas. It's going to be shortly after Cosmoverse, October 25, 27, but also here in Dubai. And yeah, that's basically it. Tickets are coming soon. Not next week, but shortly after, I guess. So we'll have that. And yeah, I'm very excited about everything that's happening this year with events and what we're doing at Cosmoverse. Then also very, very proud of everything that we have achieved with Stakecito. Our team has grown. We're now a team of 8 people. And to be honest, ever since we grew and expanded our team, our headcount, obviously my duties and my responsibilities are also shifting. And at this point, neither Cosmoverse nor Stakecito is about me anymore, right? It's a team effort. And I think I managed to hire a lot of very, very strong people that are super productive, that are very passionate, very dedicated, very high integrity people. And I think this is really the most important. Also, one of the things that I learned as you're like a builder or an entrepreneur, cryptopreneur in that sense, is hiring the right people is extremely, extremely difficult. And yeah, this is also one thing I want to keep improve, keep learning. Maybe you can also do a separate video about that if that's what you might be interested in, about, you know, growing a team, building a company, an organization that's sustainable, but also grows and remains competitive, because it's not easy. It's really not easy. And I think that's why also for me taking this week off means I can process a lot of these things and resonate and think about it, and hopefully come back really strong with some new ideas maybe. But yeah, very proud overall to where we are, where we stand with Stakecito. We're top 10 validator when it comes to assets under delegation, 320 million. That's an insane number. Over a 250,000 delegators. That's an even more insane number. And we are always ranked top 1, 2, 3 on some of the top chains, right? Celestia, we're in the top 2 or 3 when it comes to unique delegators. And that's all thanks to you guys that are watching, that are engaging, that are sharing what we're doing with CryptoCito here, but also with Stakecito. So much, much appreciated. And we'll onboard more, right? A lot of these people are also onboarded fresh into this ecosystem, into this project, and into the Interchain eventually, right? So we'll keep doing that. We'll keep doubling down on that. And I'm very optimistic and bullish on the future of Stakecito and what we can achieve here together. And also lastly, the Cito Zone, also CryptoCito now, this channel, right? Everything that we're pushing out here, pushing out daily videos at this level with this kind of depth of content is also a team effort, right? And since a very long time, it's not only me that is like waking up and going through Twitter, reading some articles. We have now Sepmas in our team who is doing a lot of the daily research for the daily videos. So big shout out to Sepmas. He's doing it very, very easy for me so that I can just hit record, spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get into the rhythm, get into the flow, resonate and think about some of the news pieces, structure everything, then hit record, then edit and push out the video, right? Then we also have Tang. Big shout out to Tang as well, who's now with me for over a year now. I think, yeah, just a bit over a year. And he's also great at doing research, running the CitoZone Twitter account, which is also growing rapidly, very, very fast growing Twitter account. Our reach is amazing. And also thanks to all our media partners, right? Aleph Zero, as a non-Cosmos chain, to reach out to me over a year ago and also say, hey, we really love what you're doing. We are level-headed. It's very focused on education, on the fundamentals. Same for Interprotocol and Persistence, both of which are Cosmos chains. or Cosmos projects into protocol sense. But yeah, to also get the recognition and to be able to work with these teams, there's also a lot of coordination efforts behind the scenes, right? It's not only the videos that you see, it's also the calls we have on a regular basis. It's also like coordinating some of the messaging, some of the ideas, us also providing feedback. And Tang is also really great at, you know, maintaining communications with our media partners. So maybe we can also expand that in the coming months, because also running a YouTube channel is not easy, right? And sustain that and surviving a bear market has not been easy for either company, right? That applies to customers, that applies to stake Cedo and to crypto Cedo or the Cedo zone now. So it's been tough, but you know, there were many months without any sponsors. There were months where things weren't clear if the market's going to recover and when it's going to recover, and how customers will come out of that. But I'm more bullish than ever. At the same time, also aware that crypto is highly volatile and highly experimental. So I never recommend you to do what I did, which is go all in on crypto, unless you are crazy enough. And also depends obviously on your own kind of responsibilities that you have maybe for other people. If you have children, if you have family to take care of, you might not be in a position where you can just go all in on crypto and make and hope for the best, right? But that's what I did. It luckily worked out well for me, but it's also only been the result of many years prior to that where I did fail and where I didn't know if, you know, this is going to be my career. But eventually, after 3 years or 4 years of failing, of losing all my money, of not being able to survive in crypto, of not sustaining myself, right? I did a side job basically in e-commerce, Amazon FBA, which helped me to kind of stay in the game at the same time, be able to work remotely. So a lot of these things that people are probably not aware of, that got me to this point. And I'm just very proud of what I achieved, what my team achieved, the people that helped me in the early days. So I really want to take this week now off to recharge and just process everything, right? Because I think this is also very important. Anyways, that's all for today. That's all I got. Maybe not the video that you expected for today. And yeah, I just hope that you are all talking nice to each other. I think crypto, Twitter in general, and social media in general is like a place that got very toxic and people are just putting out things without thinking about it. There's also people now that are very opinionated about things that they are probably not experts in, right? And they don't have all the information to even have a qualified opinion about. So yeah, this is where the internet, you know, came to, and social media, and it's all very fast moving, high dopamine. It's never off, right? It's 24/7. The blockchain is never off. Twitter is never off. Crypto is never off. So that's kind of the harsh side effect of being full-time in crypto, because you can't really recover, and it's very hard to find a balance, right? If every founder I talk to are eventually in the same situation or running into similar issues. So that's all about that. So I'm very much looking forward to my week off, and I'll see you guys then on June 10th. Until then, stay safe and be good.